name is Mariel Marshall. I'm a core member of Bluemouth Inc. I've been with the company for about 5 years now.
My name is Stephen O'Connell. Hello. I'm a core member of Bluemouth and been working with the company for over 20 years.
The company Bluemouth Inc. is a immersive, interdisciplinary company that really challenges audiences to get adventurous. We make all sorts of hybrid creations that involve video, film, dance, live music, theater, all sorts of things. We really wanted to turn the phone basically into a sound mixer, where the phone would be, everyone would bring their own phones and we'd use the phone as a mixing device, and it would allow so much interactivity and audience members could participate through their phone.
We did a show with the early iteration with the app here in New York, and where the people came with their phones, and it took like maybe a half hour, 45 minutes to get people onto the network, to get onto their phones, to get the app running. And then finally we got everyone running. We realized the app couldn't hold more than 10 people, and we had 15 people there, and so people were sharing phones, and we realized at that point, which is maybe a year into the process, that I was not interested. I don't think any of us were interested in the experience being about engaging with your phone for 45 minutes. We wanted it to be seamless.
People arrive for the show. We do all of the preloading work where, the app is already on the phone. The phone gets loaded into a Google Cardboard. So people have these almost like you're on a tour, right? You're going to tour around Istanbul or somewhere where you have your audio guide, but instead you have these cardboards. It's all ready to go. You just sort of put it on. And then there's the other component, which is the audio component, which is wireless RF, an RF system. So we're just using radio frequency in order to deliver audio live. And so together, the two things work pretty seamlessly. You show up, you put on your headset, you get your goggles or your cardboard, and you go. I would absolutely recommend this sort of combination of technologies to other artists.
I think taking time to cultivate an experience where it's just like whatever you choose, choose your own experience, like a video game, and some people until they, I think, realize that it's actually desirable or experience to have, that it takes a long time to figure out that they're because some people, I think, felt frustrated, with that experience, or could feel frustrated with that experience.
Anything is kind of possible with technology, right? Like we can get the latency down, we can do this, but then it's more like what is, if anything is possible, it's like how do we rein ourselves in terms of how much coding does something take, what's realistic, where do you actually invest your innovations into, and I think that was the process of like an onion of stripping back. Okay, well, we wanted all of these features for the experience, but we didn't know as artists what was the most important for the story or what was going to work the best. And so it was like stripping that away and through iterative development. The biggest sort of impact for me is there a way that we can inspire people to think differently about how we can make or create? And I feel strongly about the content of the show and Lucy's story and what we can say with that. But I think the way that we are experimenting with form is something that not just can inspire us, but can, the next generation of makers. How are we making a new type of work for the next generation who doesn't necessarily want to sit in a theater?